informative episode of Niger Palaver here at Liberating Nigeria. And you know that here we bring to you informative news stories about education, politics, religion in a more comic and relaxed way. And I'm your host, Elizabeth Olubodo, and you know that we'll be having fun here and it's not going to be a, dull moment. So we go quick to the first story for today. Today we will start on a very comic note because, the story is not a very good one because lives were lost in it, and the Saturday's killing of rice farmers by Boko Haram insurgents in the Jera local government of Borno State attracted strong condemnations from eminent Nigerians and group on Sunday. The AFP had on Sunday reported that the insurgent attack killed no fewer than 43 rice farmers. 43 rice farmers. I mean, that is huge. The terrorists were reported to have tied up the farmers who were working on the rice fields before slitting their throats. I can imagine how that could have been. Farmers who were on their farm working hard to make sure that their families can get something to eat, to make sure they can, cut themselves off from the poverty rail. And then Boko Haram went there, slit their throats. That is so poor and so bad. Although a member of the State Civilian Joint Task Force who assisted some of the survivors put the number of people killed at 43, the United Nations on Saturday said 110 rice farmers lost their lives during the attack. From 43 to 110. Well, we are not surprised. 43 or 110, the fact still remains that people died, farmers were killed in their farms, they slit their throats. That is so bad. And what is the government doing about this? Groups and individuals, including All Farmers Association of Nigeria, the President of the Senate, the Speaker of the House of Representatives, and the coalition of northern groups lamented that the attack would affect the food security in the country because this is agriculture. We cannot do the same way we cannot do without putting on clothes, the same way we cannot do without food. So this is going to affect the country. It's going to affect food security in the country. We at Liberating Nigeria, we deeply sympathize with our brothers and sisters in the north. PDP has said that Buhari is clueless, obviously, isn't he? The party describes the act as extremely wicked, devilish, and must not be left unaddressed. Farmers were killed. And what is the government saying about? What is the president saying about it? What is he doing? Has he sacked the chief of service? What are they still doing there? You can say that this is coming from PDP, the opposition party, but that's the truth. Buhari said the same thing during Jonathan's regime, that Jonathan needs to resign because of insecurity. I mean, the same thing is replaying itself now. So what are you still doing there? Guy, calm down. Don't vex me. We don't even know why he has refused to fire the service chiefs, and that's why we keep saying that we should have included the North in the protest. We could have added end Boko Haram, end banditry, etc. That's why we were saying that we need the North to fully participate in the protest. Imagine if they had participated or we had fully involved them in the protest. I mean, it will create a form of awareness in the North as well, because they were thinking that we were against Buhari when we were saying end SARS, end police brutality. They felt like it was a Southern or a Western thing and sidelined us. If you had look for a way, or if you have implemented a better way to communicate these things to them and make them see the reasons why this is not just for the Westerners and the Southerners. This is for every citizen in Nigeria, and this has to stop. I mean, just imagine this doesn't stop and then they go ahead from farmers to women to children. It's going to be a tragic and a very painful one for us in the country and for the current administration, because everything just seems to be falling at odds with him. 2020 is a whole lot for everybody, and 2020 is a whole lot for Buhari, because the nation was like and we hope that 2021 will be a better administration from him if he fails to resign. I implore you to please like this content, subscribe, share with your friends, comment, and also click on the notification bell so that you get notified when we push out amazing, interesting, informative, and energetic content like this. Well, a civil society organization has demanded the sack of service chiefs and heads of Department of State Security and Nigerian Police Force, because yes, what are they doing there if they are not doing their work? They should be fired. If you are not doing your work, then you leave and rebuild. What is there anything bad there? Will the country die, or will the country experience worse things than it is currently experiencing? People are being killed, and we cannot overlook this. We cannot overlook this. Let us look for how to make this work. Okay. Is it that we have to look for like minds in the north? Look for like minds in the north that we can converse with and tell them that okay, and make them see the need why they need to break off from this repetition, from this bad governance. We are not against our northern brothers and sisters. Rather, we are here for you. We want to collaborate with you to enlighten. If minds, that we can enlighten, and so that they can carry the message to their members. Because I believe that the Northerners believe in their chief and their imams, their almajiris, leaders, and so on. If you can get these messages to them and let them see the need why they need to break off from this bad governance. One of the solutions before 2023 is that we have to put pressure on this government. It must find a way to fire the service chiefs and rebuild the security structure. In the next presidential debate, we want them to come and tell us that this and this is what we are going to do to stop terrorism in the nation. Not say that, oh, in my tenure or when I'm elected as the president, we're going to end terrorism. How? We want to know. Well, again, presidential spokesman Garba Shehu has said that farmers who were killed by Boko Haram on Saturday did not have military clearance to be on the rice farm. What are you saying, sir? According to him, although much of those areas have been liberated from Boko Haram terrorists, there are a number of spaces that have not been cleared for the return of villagers who have been displaced. Are you trying to justify the killings? That, okay, these people did not have the right to be on the farm? What are you trying to say? Well, trust Nigerians, they came for him. I'm bringing it from the Twitter community. At Nonyelumen said, I think Muhammadu Buhari should honorably resign now. People who speak for you don't use their heads. Exactly. And people who are working for you has failed. So it's your responsibility, sir. I suggest you step down. Then one Mr. Presido said, again, one of the angry birds spilling slime. It is unforgettable what APC has done to this country. Imagine a country where you need military clearance to go and farm. Like, hey. And they said the country has been freed from Boko Haram. How did we get here? Food insecurity is looming, which is true. As Ibrahim Abdur 20 said, big for nothing, wicked person. Are we going to kill ourselves waiting for permission to get food? Disappointed but relieved face. I did not say that, oh, I'm reading from Twitter community. And at Flo Femi said, Garba Shehu, this government has an expiry date. How do you, Femi Adesina and Lai Mohammed, intend to face Nigerians after you have been booted out of power? There's a day of reckoning and it will be soon. Yes, it's coming. Then, at Mohammed Isa Tel3 said, wait, what is this man saying? Another Twitter user at Akan Umwetu said, Nigerians have not been told the truth about the situation in the northeast, yet the government would listen to advice. At 6 Frank said, which justifies slaughtering them? Can we ever accept responsibility rather than giving excuses? God! Then Maldi Jr. said, Abba now, people are hungry and government aren't supporting. What do you expect? You all athletes disappointed face. A lot of that on the Twitter community, which is the truth. I mean, so we need permission to go and farm. The government is not giving their support, and people take it upon themselves to go to farms to farm and sell, eat for themselves, and make sure their family are well fed, and to also sell to other people so they can eat. And you're saying that, well, those places have not been liberated from Boko Haram, whatever. What are you even saying? Well, I'm sure you've had enough from the Twitter community members. Well, we go on a quick break and we listen to Shehu Kuti. Stay tuned.
The work that will liberate us means that as we are protesting on the street, we're also creating the platform that will take power from our oppressor. You want to gather, but how many of you are joining movements? How many of you are dedicating yourselves? You don't dedicate yourself. You say she won't call protest so that you can dodge work, dodge school, and go and come and drink shekpe in one place and shout, hey, we don't agree. Then you go back to your house and let other politicians that have established platforms use your emotions to now take power again.
Next story for today is the 4,000 monthly pay that the president has said that citizens of Nigeria have to pay for solar. The estimated 25 million Nigerians that will benefit from the federal government solar home system that commences this week will be expected to pay about 4,000 naira monthly, the presidency has said. The senior special assistant to the vice president of media and publicity, Laolu Akonde, disclosed this in a statement on Sunday titled 25 million Nigerians to own 5 million solar system at 4,000 naira monthly. Akonde was given further insight into earlier report that the federal government will from next week commence the process of installation of 5 million solar home system in undeserved, please listen, in undeserved and off-grid communities across the country. The installation is in continuation of the implementation of the government's economic sustainability plan. The earlier report, however, elicited questions from Nigerians who wanted to know the cost of owning the solar system. So the cost of owning the solar system is 4,000 naira per month for 3 years. So citizens will pay 4,000 naira in a month for 3 years for the solar system. And please note that it said that this is for rural areas. These are for undeveloped areas in the community. So how would you expect rural community members to pay 4,000 naira per month? That is too much. Most of them can't even afford this and would not be able to meet up. So I think what should have been done is that to deploy this solar to their agricultural, health, or educational system. If it is deployed to their medical centers, it will be more beneficial to the community or agriculture. Or if it is deployed into agriculture, it will enhance great output and farmers can make more money and government can extract commissions from their community leaders or a sum of 2,000 naira or something lower than 4,000 naira, because 4K is poor. These people might not be able to afford it, which is the truth. He also said, in view of the scale of materials required, solar equipment manufacturers or assemblers will be required to set up facilities in Nigeria, thereby offering additional job opportunities to Nigeria. In addition, installation, servicing, and payment collections are expected to provide thousands of other jobs. In all, at least 250,000 jobs will be created with this solar system. Well, I hope this is true. I hope it will open up for more job creation. But 4,000 naira for rural community members is high, and they might not be able to afford this and they might not be able to pay this. If it could be brought lower, or if the solar system can be deployed to their farms to make agriculture easy, or to medical centers to make health affordable, and look for ways to actually commission it through their community leaders, this would be better rather than say that they have to pay 4,000 naira monthly. 4,000 times 12 is a whole lot in a year, and they're doing that for 3 years. That is a whole lot. So if they can deploy this to other systems in the community and make it more easier for the citizens to benefit from it, then to be awesome and superb. Coupled with the fact that there will be job creation as well. So this is a good one, but it has to be re-strategized and look for ways to better collect this money from the community leaders, or there be a commission from their community leaders. We go on another quick break and we'll be right back. Union of Universities, ASUU, has accepted a newly pledged amount of 70 billion naira to be released by the federal government. I saw the news last week and I was like, hey, these people are not going to have debt in December. They are all going back to school. But they said that the union, however, insisted that the funding should be implemented before the strike would be suspended. So if they don't see the alert of the 70 billion naira, students are still going to stay at home. The federal government further agreed to settle the arrears of salaries of the lecturers before December 31st. So, my dear citizens and dear students, be looking at next year before you go back to school. ASUU Chairman, University of Palaver, Dr. Edo, challenged the federal government to extend the same energy put in the aviation sector and see if universities would not reopen within 1 week. Long and short of it is that we hope that the federal government will pay this money ASAP, will pay this money as soon as possible, so that students can go back to school. It's already 9 months and it's taking forever already. And that's that on this week's episode of Niger Palaver here at Liberating Nigeria. Let's not forget, Happy New Month! We made it to December! Woo! Congratulations! Man, 31st, roll on the floor like this. Lord, I thank you. Make sure you like this beautiful and amazing content. You share, you subscribe, you click on the notification bell so that you get notified when we push out content. And remember that Nigeria will flourish again. Kodi, Odabo, Sanjima, goodbye.